Yo, 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 what's going on, guys and snipers? It's your boy Trastern, also known as Adam, here with my co host Kai, also known as Curls. What's good, bro?
What's good, baby?
We're back, dude. It's been weeks almost, dude. Like,
It's
God,
been
it's
like
been,
2 weeks.
yeah, hasn't been that long, but it always feels longer.
In the world of podcasts, it feels like a lifetime.
Well, actually, some people upload podcasts on like a bi weekly basis. So if you think about that, then
That's
we're on
true.
par with those big names out there.
We're just grinders, so we feel guilty. We wanna get them out often, and we feel like we've been slacking. But here we are.
Yes, here we are
We're back
indeed.
on the grind.
Back on the grind. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. We're grinding here and there, but it's a lot of video game talk, which to some people doesn't seem like grinding. But yeah, guys, we're back. SNIPERCAST episode 18. We've had a lot of guests on the past couple episodes, and I know last episode we were talking a lot about the sniping showdown responses, which I'm not sure the demographic or a lot of our viewers or listeners are snipers, but I'm sure there's some that probably don't know what's going on with that. So I apologize. But we're back for a normal kind of episode that we usually do that isn't live with the chat, at least. It's just me and Kai here. So yeah, we're excited to get going.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about SS, but unlike the last one, we're not gonna watch each response. We're just gonna give
We've
our
watched them all.
predictions.
We've watched them all at this point. It
Yeah,
honestly would have made sense if we watched them all last time, then did the podcast, because there were 16 videos and we watched like every video
yeah.
on stream, which took like 3 hours. I remember that. That was a grinder day.
That was a bit of a
That,
grind, no
that was a
doubt.
grind. But honestly, like the best kind of grind.
Yeah,
Just
no.
watching all these crazy clips.
I was thinking maybe for the semifinals and the finals we could watch them
Yeah. I
because
think we
it's
will.
gonna be shorter and just like be like not like a 3 hour episode of us watching 16 montages.
Yeah. And yeah, here we are. So we're gonna talk Sniping Showdown. So on the video, Kai made a nice graphic that has his predictions, my predictions, which aren't gonna be that much different, but um, we need to make sure that we have two different brackets. Because based on our decisions, you can actually it's good because if we both choose different teams, then we're kind of we can't get hated on by one team, if you know what I mean.
Well, we do have, we agree on for the most part, but there's a couple, that we don't, well, maybe one or two that we don't agree on. So
It's one.
you guys will see. You guys will see, I guess. So let's just start with the top left and then
Yeah.
actually, yeah. Let's start top left, then let's go to the right, and then let's go down, and then we'll finish off with ON and CY. So we'll start with Myra and IN on the bracket, then go to TL and Q, and then we'll go to PZ and DE, and then ON and
And
CY.
also keep in mind, guys, like I watched these videos over the past few days. The day is June 24th. The episodes came out, or sorry, Team Dodgers came out on June 21st. So a few days later, we kind of know exactly. We've rewatched them. Haven't only watched them once, but I'm not going to be able to say like specific clips for all of them. Maybe for a couple of them, but yeah, I'll just go right out of the gate. Myra won this round. I think that's a unanimous decision by most people in the sniping community. But what do you think?
Oh no, I agree. Myra's response was by far the best response. I would say this round. Like the clips they had for 1 week was just ridiculous. I have never
Like,
seen.
how is that possible that they had that many? Like, it's actually
That might be the best like 1 week sniping showdown video. Like it was incredible.
facts, bro.
Props off to Myra because I don't think people expected that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, with
You
all due
guys played a
respect.
lot.
Like honestly, if I'm giving my honest opinion, first couple of rounds, I just thought Myra, would be like a middle of the pack team,
Yeah,
and
they went against Blaster first round. Like, I
then
never heard of.
yeah, I don't even know what team that is. And then with all due respect to Blaster,
No, no hate, but like, fuck.
and yeah, just last round they went against Sith, who they've gone against twice in the past and lost both times, and they beat them. So they sort of overcame their demons in the last round, LP, and then this round they just showed up and dropped like a banger response. IN's response was enjoyable, really enjoyable, but in my opinion, yeah, it's just no comparison. Myra's was incredible.
Yeah, like Myra's made you at the end of the video be like, "Yo, what? What did I just watch?" IN's is like, "Wow, that was a good video." So it's like there's two types of videos that get put out, and honestly, like a lot of it just comes down to, I hate to say it, but like luck.
Oh yeah,
Like they had some just fucking clips that you're like, whoa, like, well, they attempted them and they have skill, but like, man, like, God, the stars aligned, and it's a great video. So yeah, Myra, I think should move on to the semifinals. Happy for the Myra boys. I think they have a tough competition for the next round.
yeah. It's gonna be either ON or CY, but we'll leave that one for last.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You want to go to the right? Okay.
Uh, let's talk about TL and Quantum. So,
Yeah, yeah,
both the responses I enjoyed. For me, Quantum one. I don't have notes in front of me. Probably should, but Quantum's last song, the closing section, shit just went super hard. And I
mm.
just thought, like, overall, they had better clips. It was funny. Was streaming, watching the responses the other night, and I was saying it's funny. TL did the things that I normally enjoy more, like they had MW2 clips and like those usually sway my opinion, but for me, it was just Quantum in this one.
Yeah. And honestly, I agree with you on a lot of that. TL actually had a good video. I like
Oh
the
yeah,
editing in
no,
the
I
TL
liked it.
video. Um, but the Quantum, I think, just had slightly better clips. I wouldn't say it was like a fucking blowout. Um, I would say they had a few more consistent clips out there. Um, but yeah, I would say Quantum wins it out. Like I don't, again, like we didn't write the specificities why we chose them, like down to the clip, but out of the each video that Kai and I watched, we kind of decided. And guess what? We're not the judges, but this is what we think. So yeah, Quantum, good shit. We hope you go through. TL, if you go through, good shit for you guys as well. But yeah, our bet is on Quantum for both of us, I guess. So
Yeah. Um,
good shit.
yeah. Not a lot to say about that one. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Like a lot of my focus is on the last one, so we'll probably break that one down a little bit more
Yeah,
extensively.
yeah,
Um, so PZ and DE, some both really good responses. For me, both were really good. And
yeah,
as much as I, sometimes hate to say it, I think PZ won, even though they
yeah.
beat me last round. Um, I don't know. PZ's just I enjoyed the edit more. I like D's edit. Just for me, PZ's edit was just a bit better. Whoever that editor is, I'm trying to remember his name. Did a really good job though. So shout out to you, if you whatever your
He
name is.
had a jokes had a better meme at the beginning.
You
Um,
think D had the better meme?
yeah, D definitely had the better meme.
The other guy's video?
Yeah, yeah. Um, oh, it's from the other guys. For some reason, I thought it was from Step Brothers,
Yeah,
but
no,
I guess
it's
it's from the other guys. Love Mark Wahlberg, but yeah, I think clip wise, like PZ and DE here are very close. I'm not a huge man. I don't know what it is about me, but I'm not a huge fan of like the Grizz feed clips. Like they're cool. Um, but I don't know.
I just feel like they're overdone
I
sometimes.
know. Sometimes I feel like you're just going for them to have like some filler clips, but this isn't me hating. This is me being like, I don't know if I want to watch you swap and pick. But sometimes it's nasty. So I know there was that one clip on Subbase That sub base summit on
Triple
Black Ops
headshot.
1.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Sorry.
The summit, no, no, no. It was the summit. I could be totally wrong. I'm spitting off the dome, but I do remember a summit kind of Black Ops 1 Grizz feed, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But PZ didn't have any of those, or it could have been PZ's video. I don't
One
fucking.
thing I really liked about PZ's video
Oh
was there was
god.
a lot of like World of War, and
Yeah,
it's funny. I was my opinion on World of War. If it's good World of War clips, like they're really nice. Like sometimes I get a little like I don't know. Like, I
do
watch like
sometimes.
some
Me
like
too.
not that great World of War clips. I'm like, all right, like I get like it's a really hard game to get clips on, but when they're really good World of War clips, like they really elevate a video in my opinion. And I just like to edit a lot more in the song that PZ used personally. And that swayed it for me. I mean, I think the clips are also slightly better. D had that one triple headshot on sub base that a lot of people were memeing because they thought maybe it's set up or whatever. It could have been a quad headshot. They were all staying still. I have no opinion. I mean, like I'm not gonna say it was sketchy or not. They said they have full gameplay to back it up. So it is
Kai
what it
hates
is.
guys. Kai hates seeing clips where people are standing still, and I guess so do I. It's just like,
No, I don't care. I would use it. I'm just saying
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah,
a talking point
yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, I didn't take like a negative opinion on the video by any means from the clip. It's just like I thought I'd bring it up since it was like I'd say one of the main talking points.
Yeah, I would say clip wise, they're very similar. I like the PZ video more, but DE wins in the meme category.
Damn, that's a hot
But
take. That's a hot take.
yeah, I'll put PZ through over DE.
All right.
Partly because PZ beat us, and I want to see them win
So here we
now.
are.
And I met Ollie last night. And he's a nice guy.
Yeah, Ollie's a super cool dude.
Shout out to
He's
you, Ollie.
show it to you if you're listening. Myra. So we both picked Myra. We both picked Quantum over TL. Myra over IN. PZ over DE. And here
Don't
we
hate us
are. Here we
for
are.
our.
The most controversial round. ON versus C.
Like they had similar clips. Like it's really a toss up, and I think the underdog status of CY might put them through. But I feel like you said it kind of yesterday that ON might be like kind of comfortable on top, and they're not putting out like I could
No,
see
no,
ON
no, no,
putting
no.
out
I did not. Like, all right, don't try to get me in trouble here.
like the video that Myra put out is something I can see ON putting out. And it's kind of almost they almost did what Myra did, but like they didn't, you know what I mean? Like it's almost like, oh, ON should have like been that good, but
For
it's still good. It's just, I don't know.
definitely, it was an amazing video in my opinion. I'd say if I had to rank the responses, third best response of this round out of the 8 teams. So
Oh, so who's
um,
number two?
for me, probably CY. So that sort of gives away my answer, but I don't know.
CY over ON.
Like it's biased. Like well, not biased. Like I don't have any. Actually, like Owen's probably my favorite team overall in the community, apart from like VE and Exalt. I mean, I don't know. It's just like for me, I just really enjoyed the music CY used and the edit. I really liked Owen's edit too. I mean, Bull and Linus always kill the edits. I just found the second song a little too slow for my personal taste, which is why I enjoyed the CY video more. It just got me going. Plus, their
Fair.
closer was just like that split six on ending with a triple headshot with the Delil. Like, who hits that on that spot?
That's a good point you make about the ON second song or whatever, how it's slower.
I like this. I like the build up. But like it's really effective. But for me, that song's just a little too slow. And I saw other people saying the same thing.
Yeah,
It just
your kind of style is the CY fucking mid to end, even beginning to mid, but mid to end fucking banger reel.
yeah. I mean, call me a normie. I don't know what you want to say, but it was okay. When it's done
Normie. What is
well,
a
I really enjoy it.
normie?
I
What's
don't
a
know. I don't
normie?
even know what a normie really is.
You
Call
need a
me like
fucking
a
scrub?
basic bitch, Andy. I
Ah,
don't know
there
what
you
you
go.
want to
There you
do,
go.
but
Basic bitch, dude. You're just a basic
But
bitch. You're a basic montage bitch.
like when
DMD.
it's done well, I really like it. But there's a lot of
Yeah.
like I like a lot of videos that are done, not to hardcore music as well. It's just it has to be. And I loved Owen's video. It's just for me the CY video like really I don't got me going. And they're the underdog. I mean, that doesn't play anything into my decision, but I don't know. Like you
I
said,
I
it can almost work subconsciously. Like you said, so to clarify what Adam was referring to the other day, we are talking about it. And I guess because ON is just so good, you always expect the best from them. And their response was amazing. Like, don't get me wrong. But, like, when CY, a team like you'd say, like, you weren't expecting, maybe puts out an equal response, sometimes maybe that makes people tend to lean in their direction, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I think in my opinion CY will probably go through. But I personally choose the ON video over the CY. They're both so close. Like it's literally a fucking matter of like
It's a toss up.
1%. Yeah.
It's really just personal
Yeah, yeah,
preference,
yeah.
which is why I honestly don't know who will go through. I mean, oh
I
yeah,
honestly think CY might, but
um, I
that's
thought
just me.
okay, like I could be wrong. Don't hold this to me. Like it might not be true, but I felt like ON maybe had just a little too much World War Two. Sorry, World War Two. Um,
Yeah.
just a
That
personal
is a big
preference. I mean,
that
like
is a big thing.
and like, don't get me wrong. Like, go back to V's response when we lost to PZ. I'd say we probably just had a little bit too much World War Two as well. I mean, it's just like my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, it was still an amazing
Mm.
video. And ON is always going to be, one of the top teams, but it would be a cool upset to see CY go through, I guess. With all due respect to ON.
All right, then I guess we'll find out.
But that's where we differ in opinion, I guess, basically.
Yeah, I
Um,
like the Owen video a lot actually. The edit and I like the slow thing but see what dude, it's literally a matter of like 49-51%. Like if I had to choose, it's like okay, like I'll just choose this.
if I had to rank like the top three videos, I would probably go like Myra, CY, ON, and you'd probably do Myra, ON, CY, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Which is just sort of the beauty and also the painful part about SS. Like sometimes you might have the second best response and you go up against the best response, and you would have beat 80% of the other teams or whatever, and you know you're
Fucked.
you're the one walking out. So, but yeah, that's what we thought about SS. If you want, uh, let us know. Tweet us what you thought, who won. Comment on YouTube, who you thought won
Yeah,
and why.
and we're not like there's a reason why we're not the judges. Like we're not like
Exactly.
the most fucking specific attentive to the fucking position of the map console as well as like fucking gun. No, you know what I mean? Like we I don't know how to explain it. Like
No,
we
you're
analyze
right.
the clips to what we prefer, what we like to see. And honestly, all of them hit everything in terms of standards. I think just some just went farther beyond than others. So I give a real big clap to Myra on this round because they fucking made a video that I've watched probably 3 to 5 times, and I really enjoy it. So man, just some crazy bangers in there. So
Yeah, shout out to Myra for sure. That video was just incredible. I'll definitely be rewatching it a lot. I've watched it like a couple times, but at least a couple times now. Yeah, so yeah, no, that's what we thought about Sniping Showdown. Now I think we're gonna take a little bit
switch
of
gears a
transition.
bit. We've been
Yeah.
talking so much sniping showdown, so much about the sniping community and stuff like that, and we're gonna keep talking about that throughout this episode. Do not worry. But we wanted to talk. We started this podcast talking about like a few different things as well as that stuff. So we kind of really we actually have barely talked about this, but we want to talk about the uh, Mixer Facebook gaming merge and
Yeah.
what that means for Twitch, what that means for, I guess, Mixer, obviously. But what's your take on it? I guess Ninja and Shroud got the best deal. I know Ninja got like 30 mil, Shroud got like 10 mil. What are your thoughts on that?
So yeah, those are the reported
No.
numbers.
Yeah.
So my opinion,
It's
there's
fucked.
there's
People
the
in the NBA
winners.
don't even get 30 mil. Like, that's so
What
fucked,
what
man.
blew my mind is that their contracts like didn't have like a buyout clause that was like 50% or anything like
Yeah.
that. They had to buy out their full contract and they were free to go. So there was no disclaimer, there was no clause in the contract like if they were to make any merge that they would be liable to make the merge as well, which I guess like that'd be a pretty ridiculous claim to have in a contract. It's not really fair. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so like it makes sense. It's just like wow, like Shroud and Ninja are the winners, and man, congratulations! They're laughing all the way to the bank. What can I
Oh my
say, man?
god, dude. They're
They made bank,
laughing.
and
Everyone shit on them almost. Like,
and micro
everyone.
and Mixer and Microsoft, man, embarrassing to be honest.
L.
The fact
L.
that fat L's, fat L's, man, like the fact that your partners, like apart from Shroud Ninja and maybe Githalion, like the three biggest Mixer partners, like had no clue that this was happening until the day it happened. The fact that these guys had to even figure out on Twitter before Mixer or Microsoft told them this was happening, ridiculous, man. Absolutely
Insane. Oh,
ridiculous.
I didn't know that was true. Wait, so they were just
None
like
of them knew,
chilling
bro.
on Twitter and they're like, "Oh shit,
Um,
my 10 mil contract is like null and void." What?
yeah, shout out to my boy Lmax. I mean, he posted a video of him on Twitter, like a video of his screen on Twitter. He was just clicking between Mixer streamers, like right after the news came out, and they're all like talking like this is such betrayal. This is ridiculous. We did not know. I've been
Damn.
building my platform, my channel on this platform for 2 years, and this
Well,
is
it's
what
not
I
like their
get.
channel is going away though. It's going to Facebook
Well,
Gaming.
they have, yeah, but none of their shit transfers over. They
Like,
have to build a new channel on Facebook Gaming, and who knows if the
is it
Mixer
like a
audience is
face?
going to move over to
How
Facebook.
does how does that work? Is it like Facebook profile and you're like,
Yeah, it is. That's how it works, and
oh,
they stream off of it. It's Facebook's streaming has had more success than Mixer, but in my opinion, it's nowhere. It's never going to be anywhere near Twitch. And I honestly like I get why they did the move. I saw a stat from Zors. He tweeted out a screenshot between April 2019 and April 2020. Mixer was averaging the exact same 37 million viewer hours, and Facebook. So there's 0.2% increase in viewers between 2019 and 2020, and Twitch was like 100% increase. So it went from like 750 million to
Jesus,
1.5 billion hours watched.
Jesus Christ.
And then there was Facebook Gaming, which went from somewhere around 25 million hours watched to 270 million or something, or maybe it was
Jesus
like 30. So
Christ.
they've actually had a really good
Growth.
Oh no, it was like 70 million to 270 million, but it's still
Yeah.
really good growth. But still, it's just nowhere on comparison to YouTube, which I think is like, yeah, I might be wrong, but I think they were nearing like a billion. Like, I don't know, I wasn't sure if this was a monthly stat, but yeah, they were. YouTube and Twitch are by far ahead of the way.
So
Ahead.
I
I just have
watched
one
a
more point.
video. Yeah, go ahead.
They Shroud and Ninja were both offered apparently double their contracts to switch over to Facebook, and they both opted out. So that says the two biggest guys are opting out when they're being offered money that athletes aren't even
So
making
wait,
in this.
Ninja got offered 60 mil?
Apparently, or maybe it
Oh,
was like another 30 mil on top of the 30 mil you just got paid out.
oh my
So
god, bro, that's fucked. Imagine saying no
so
to 30 mil because you're
if
like, bro, Facebook gaming is whack.
if they're saying no to this just sort of shows what they think the future of Facebook gaming is, and how this probably reflects how they felt about Mixer as well behind the scenes. Anyway, what were you saying?
Well, yeah. I'm just thinking now, I'm like, where is Ninja and Shroud gonna go? I would love to see Shroud on Twitch again. Shroud was made for Twitch, dude. Shroud was like,
What are your
I'm,
predictions, bro?
I saw a video and I'm just gonna copy the video predictions. I saw this guy talking about it and he's like, and I'm just gonna blatantly, I totally agree with what he said. He said Ninja will most likely go to YouTube. because Ninja has 15 mil subs on YouTube and he's not as big as he once was after moving to Mixer, and he has a very large audience on YouTube. And might as well, like, if we're gonna start from scratch where you have 15 million fucking subs.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean his
not sure how
Twitch
you.
channel still exists though.
Oh yeah, no, his Twitch channel still exists, and he could totally go back to Twitch. Like, this is just my thought.
I agree though.
Um,
I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
like, because then as soon as you go back, you got to compete with Shroud, you got to compete with Nick Merckx, you got to compete, and it's not a competition. Like, everyone has shared audiences, but it's just like, man, like, you're coming right back into the shark pit where you were the king, and like now you're not anymore. So it's like,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I think Shroud comes back and he's getting his viewers right back to the way things were because it's Shroud, but Ninja has like a different appeal.
I agree.
So I don't know. That's just my thought. I could be totally wrong, and Ninja can come back to Twitch and fucking stream with Drake again.
I mean, I think if Ninja came back and he only streamed Fortnite on Twitch, he would maybe be able to sort of the top again. But I think the better, I agree. I think YouTube makes more sense for him, especially because he had that
Get
huge
that YouTube
drama.
deal.
He had that huge drama with Twitch when he left, with like them streaming porn basically on his channel by accident. But they were using
Oh
his
yeah,
channel to
yeah,
auto host a bunch of channels, and that happened.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that did not go down well. So I could see him definitely going to YouTube for that reason and all the reasons you just said. And then yeah, I think Shroud. I think Shroud will go back to Twitch. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like when I watched Shroud on Twitch, he enjoyed it more. I don't know personally, and I didn't watch him that much on Mixer, but I did. Like I watched more of his YouTube videos. He's a big YouTube audience as well,
It's the
but
same shit. It's gonna be the same shit. Like, if you think about it, Mixer and Twitch almost had identical features and everything. It's just like people don't want to have fucking two different tabs open. It's like literally that simple, in my
exactly.
opinion.
No,
Like,
yeah,
people are like, I
you're
just
right.
want to be on Twitch because that's where everyone is.
It's an
I can
ecosystem.
literally,
Exactly.
it's like on Instagram. You're not going Instagram then fucking flipping off to, I don't know, Google Photos. Or I don't even know what the equivalent would be, like fucking Pinterest. Like, you're not fucking flipping to Pinterest so you can
Yeah.
see your buddy's fucking pictures of his
Like you're not on Instagram and Visco simultaneously. You know what I mean? That's basically
Visco.
Visco's basically the mixer of fucking
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying?
Very true, very true, very true. Visco's
Um,
an interesting one. That's all for all the elitist ones that want to show off their small
their
portfolios on Visco.
their artsy side.
Artsy.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
so
fuck.
we
Shit,
both
man. Like,
agree.
bad bounce for fucking Mixer, but good bounce for fucking. Think
Shroud
about
and
that. Think about
Ninja,
that. Like,
and
these
to
mans got criticized so hard, dude.
and now they're laughing, bro.
Like, it just shows that you should just make the best decision for you and you're in the moment. Like, you never know what the outcome is gonna be, like, long term, but
I was
guarantee the
talking.
bag.
Man, I was talking to my roommate and I was asking, I was like, do you think like they had like any like do you think their agents might have known? Like they're both with this company called Loaded that represents a bunch of the top streamers. And it's like
Loaded.
I wonder if they had any idea like, yo, if this goes south, like you might make like all your money in a third of the time and get to go back to Twitch or YouTube or renegotiate another
They're
deal.
like,
Be interesting to know.
shit.
But yeah, no, props to them, and yo, shout out to all the mixer partners that aren't as unfortunate as those guys, and
Yeah, dude,
I
that
hope
sucks.
you guys
Except for Twitch.
can find your audience on Facebook or on Twitch or on YouTube or wherever you decide to go.
Twitch. Twitch.
Dude, it was actually funny. Just a last thing to say about this topic. There was a guy already like his mixer, like he's a mixer partner, one of the top page mixer partners, and he had his Twitch, like his new Twitch in his like title, and he was multi-streaming to Twitch.
I swear I saw that. I
It's
was
like
on
fuck,
today and
man, like that's
I
savage, but
swear
I
I
love it,
saw
dude.
that. He's like streaming Twitch.tv and I was like, you can multi-stream? Like,
Yeah,
that's
you
kind of
can.
fucking cool.
You can't do it once you're affiliate on Twitch, just because there's like a contract agreement there. But yeah,
That's fucking jokes. Well, RIP Mixer. I never tried Mixer, because Twitch is just so much easier, I think, and everyone's already there. But yeah, like, I'm kind of glad that Twitch is kind of taking over. It makes more sense. But YouTube gaming is on the horizon, and I guess now Facebook gaming. So we're
we'll see
gonna
what
see
happens.
what happens. But we have some other topics here that I kind of threw in, and I know we're kind of transitioning back to the sniping stuff. But what's gonna happen after COVID's done with the sniping community? It's kind of been revitalized. Everyone's back. Everyone's fucking active during Sniping Showdown. Everyone's fucking happy. But as soon as life goes back to normal, are people going to be back sniping and grinding for clips? I want to hear your take on this.
Man, so I think,
Like we weren't
obviously
grinding this time last year. Like we weren't
no, not at all.
not like we were not. I was not recording for clips, man. I was just like on. I was like, okay, let's play Apex, bro. Let's play FIFA, bro. Like it was no, and I wasn't even watching Taj's either. So this is like a whole 360. So what do you think? Sorry, I kind of cut you off there.
No, 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 no. I agree with everything you said, and
Oh,
yeah, it's been beautiful. It's been awesome what it's done, but I think we've already started to see
a downturn,
a little, like, shit hit its peak when quarantine was
like
at
April.
its. Yeah, exactly. Like when coronavirus was being taken the most serious, but a huge part of the sniping community is from the states, and a lot of the states has reopened up, even though coronavirus is running rampant. But I mean, that's a topic for another discussion.
Not for
But
this
a lot
podcast.
of people are, yeah, they have to go back to work, and yeah, things are already started to take a downturn. But that being said, I think it'll always be higher than it was before all this happened, because not everyone's gonna leave, but I think it's obviously inevitable that it'll start to die out a bit. But like, let's just enjoy the moment. You know what I'm saying? It's been fun. It's been fun
Yeah,
to be in a community that has been a little bit revitalized. I never thought I'd be talking about Sniping Showdown on podcasts in 2020, but fucking here we are.
I didn't even know we would. We didn't even know we were gonna have a goddamn sniping podcast, dude.
Right?
We were just playing Apex Legends this time last year,
It
just
was
chilling.
more of like when we started, it was almost like more of a gaming podcast. It's just we knew our audience was
Yeah, like we always
like
liked sniping, and we always liked Taj's, and we always knew we were gonna kind of rotate around there, and I guess
yeah.
COVID kind of pushed us forward into that.
We'll see where it goes. I mean, if things do start to die out, but like obviously we want to keep going with the podcast. But like that's why we don't just talk about. We want to talk about sniping, but we also like to talk about some of the other topics because I think people there are like a niche audience there that enjoy us listening to us talk about those things too, like Mixer and other games.
So I'm thinking once this COVID shit's done, we get a studio, or we rent out
Yeah,
like a studio. I know this sounds kind of overkill for our audience, but yo, I want to get a studio. I want to start vlogging with Kai.
that'd
Me
be
and this guy
sick,
going out and maybe even gaming together and this streaming together in the same room. I was thinking about this today. I'm like, dude, if we were like streaming together in the same room,
bro. That'd be sick,
recording content and shit, it'd be so jokes. It'd be
dude. We
so.
can make some like sick things
We
now
can make
that
some sick,
stuff's opening up again.
dude. Okay, phase 5, bro. Me and you,
Hell
we're a
yeah.
package deal.
Let's
Phase
go.
curls, phase
Phase
trap.
5, baby. Phase curls, phase
This is
trust.
our official announcement that we're
Announcement.
going for phase 5.
This is the beauty of our podcast. This is just like, I don't
Make
even, how do we even get to this?
yeah,
But
we're going for phase 5, and we're gonna get in before scope.
what do you, what do you think's gonna happen to the sniping community?
Uh, man, honestly, I think it's gonna die down a lot. Maybe not a lot till probably October, November, but I think it's gonna die out a lot. There's gonna be a few select teams. Like I guarantee you, in this bracket that you see in this video, there's whatever 32 teams or whatever in total. I guarantee you, only like 15 of them
I was
will
gonna
actually
say,
be active.
probably wipe off at least half. Yeah.
Half will be inactive. The other half will be active somewhat. And then another half of that half will be making bangers. And yeah. And I think that's not a bad thing. It's just like the nature, like you can only grind COD 4 SLs for so long.
Dude, well, you say that. It's 2020 and like it's
Yeah, very good
funny.
point. Yeah.
We're like on our podcast with the Rob boys, like Lee was saying, he was done with COD 4 in 2012. It's like crazy, you know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
that's like the community. It's like half of the people are like they literally can't stand it, and then the other half like fiend it. It's weird.
Well, Ollie brought up a good point on our call yesterday. He said like once the new gen consoles come out, they might turn off the servers on
Dude, that's a good point. I
Odds,
forgot
it
about
could
that.
fucking change, dude. If they turned off the COD
That
4
would actually
servers,
kill the
that'd
community,
be an
probably.
RIP. Like fuck, imagine you can't get any more COD multiplayer clips, COD 4 multiplayer clips.
Like,
That'd
or
be
just like
fucking
multi-cod at
sad.
all.
Yeah, dude, that'd be sad. Like, and then they're just totally transitioned. Like, you can only hit clips that are like backwards compatible on like Xbox One and PS4. Like, or I guess just Xbox One at this point. Oh
Well,
wait,
it's
well, that wouldn't make any sense because if they turn off the servers for MW2, MW2, COD 4, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 3, then yeah, you can't play those games.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm like, maybe if you plug it on your
It
Xbox
probably
One.
wouldn't happen all at once like that, but it's
Yeah,
just
I
an
don't.
interesting thing to think about. Like if that happened, like I think it would be a real turning point. Like either everyone would have to, like, it would really depend on what the new COD, like how good the new COD is. Because I know some people have their hopes up, thinking it's going to be like a BO2 sort of feel, and if it is, the sniping community
Mm,
might
maybe more
cater to it.
BO1.
But I
BO.
mean, if it's another MW, if it's another like IW, anything like that, man, that could just kill
Well,
the
it's
community.
confirmed it's gonna be Cold War.
Yeah, I
So
just
I
mean
think
like
it's confirmed.
that. I just mean that kind of like game for clips. You know what I mean? Like no one likes MW clips. Like
Well, that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of okay, listen, and I
it's
think
not
this is
true,
where
but
me and you fuck up a lot of the times. We think that no one likes MW clips, no one likes fucking infinite warfare. A lot of people don't. Like let's say 80% don't, but there's like a little niche of like the new gen kids, like 20%. They just fiend it.
that's
Because the
true.
way they see it, they're like, "Yo, these new gen CODs is the only way for me to get big." Because you can't like be fucking born in 2005 and then hop on and play like COD 4 is what 2007, 6.
Oh yeah, no, like the
Think
only
about that.
person, like no one, the only person I've actually seen have success playing like old gen games and getting like really big views on YouTube is WASD Mitch. That's like the only person I
I
can think
know,
of,
dude.
and that's
Mitch,
because he does a really good job of like the way he titles his videos and whatnot. But and
yeah,
like
props to Mitch. He
and
makes
like
some good vids.
it's like MW2 dropping nukes in 2020. He picked like he usually plays the most nostalgic COD, which that one caters to views on YouTube. But like apart from that, yeah, pretty much you're playing COD like if you're on console playing COD 4 in 2020, like
Exactly.
yeah, you're never gonna grow. It's just yeah, okay, you're right. So in the hardcore community, like most people don't like MW2 or MW clips, but then like in
New
the
gen,
new gen,
skinny.
like and the casuals, like the casuals on
Oh
YouTube, the
yeah,
young kids,
casuals love that shit because they're
they
grinding
eat
for
that shit up.
Damascus on their brow, and they see you fucking get a 5 on head with an MK2, and they're like, "Fuck, bro, that's insane."
Yeah.
But like in reality, like you, anyway.
But in terms of the core sniping community, definitely, it could depending on
Yeah.
how
And you
that game
see those,
is. We'll see.
polls going out on Twitter. What's the best COD? Rank the best CODs, and it's always the classic four: COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black
BO2.
Ops Modern Warfare 3, I guess you can throw in there, but World War 2 is definitely a top one for sniping now. But those are literally it. And like World at War is up there because World at War is a great game, and there's so many others. Black Ops 1 is great. Like it's just a matter of like it's just the way we grew up, right? So
Do you
um
think it's just a nostalgia, like, or do you
really
think
it, bro.
it's
It's literally it because people see those Twitter polls and they're like, "Fuck, I remember when I played BO1 when I first got my PS3. Fuck, that game was so sick." Meanwhile, like they're
when it
probably
first came out?
exactly, and then like they don't realize like that's just an innate thing you can't really quantify. It's just like me with like Modern Warfare 2, like and probably you as well. When I got Modern Warfare 2, I just had a yearning to play that game. Therefore, to me, it was the best COD during the time, and probably is still the best old gen COD for all its nuances some in some points, but yeah, like it's and that's just my opinion because of my nostalgia, but in general like we can all agree that BO2 is fundamentally a less frustrating game than Modern Warfare 2. So it's like it's a weird way to rank a game, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I honestly like I don't I don't think MW2 is the best COD of all time. Like
I don't
I
either. I think it's
yeah.
the best nostalgic wise, like it's the best, like it just gives you the most I don't know how to explain it.
No,
Like,
I
it just
agree. Until you go back and play it anyway. But yeah.
exactly, and you're like, "Fuck this, like, I hate this." And then you get on BO2, you're like, "This is better, but fuck this, I hate this too."
Well,
Like,
if there was no modders, dude, like I could legit enjoy playing that game.
yeah, dude, BO2 is ruined, and that's something that COD really fucked on another note, COD really fucked up on the hackers side, like, as soon as, like, the next COD came, they kinda, like, ignored the older COD. I don't know why they did that, but yeah.
Yeah, it
All
sucks,
right,
but whatever.
let's move on from this topic. I guess, COVID is, gonna kill the sniping community, but, it is what it
We'll
is. We'll still
see.
be here. We'll still be
Yeah,
here.
this is sort of the point of us doing shit like this. Maybe it will keep people
Could be wrong.
interested.
I was
I,
wrong about Warzone for
I
all
feel like
the loyal viewers.
a lot of people come back, that like I think some people, are really here to stay. Like there's guys like Chai, he's started streaming, he's
Oh,
had
yeah.
hella success. I think he'll keep with it and a lot of
Oh,
guys
yeah.
will. I think there's this weird thing and like as time goes by, everyone gets more open, more progressive. And I think like back in 2012, like I know at least for me, it's also part of being a younger person, but I think just generally like society has changed even in 10 years. See what I mean? Like in this case 8 years. Like people are more open about this stuff and are more keen to keep doing it and that like they don't feel like they can't grow up and
That's a
still do that
very good
stuff.
point. That's a very good point. I
So
think the streaming part really changes the landscape there.
yeah, and just like the mainstreamness of gaming, you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I don't
small
think
town.
like you wouldn't see a lot of people, I guess like in our like early to mid 20s, I would say, be like, enjoying an open in the COD community unless they were, making money or like, in
Yeah,
phase at that
yeah,
point. But
yeah,
now people are
yeah.
like, you know what, gaming's mainstream and we enjoy it. Fuck it. Like I can still live my life outside of gaming, but have a passion, for
You are
gaming or sniping or
you are
whatever.
the prophet of Call of Duty. No, you're totally right, dude. Like back then, like you kind of like cringe and try to keep it a secret, but now it's like I don't give a fuck.
It's just the way,
Gaming's
the
fucking
world
sick.
is
I'm nasty at
moving.
COD. I'm nasty at COD. You're not. So like that's just my life.
Like it's not just like gaming, it's like just society in general is always
More
working to become
open.
more open, it
Yeah,
seems. So
yeah.
and more yeah, like less judging. So yeah. No,
So
cool.
on that topic, are we recording for this Taj? Did we tell her? Yeah, we told our viewers on like episode 3 that we're recording for a try Taj.
Me, Ginge, and Adam are trying to record for Tritage. We're thinking calling it Serial 3. Let's see. I
It
mean,
could
we
be
have to
something.
hit clips.
We can name it something else. I don't
I,
care. We
I,
can
I,
name it
we,
fucking whole fucking 3000.
we've been hitting. I've been hitting some decent clips. Like I
Oh,
don't
me
know,
too, dude. We can put
and
out
Ginge has too.
we can put out a trailer probably in the next week or so, but
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, no. So we're thinking of recording for Tritage. So be on the lookout for that
look
in
at that.
5 months or whatever. No,
We
in two
also
months maybe.
not only do we content create a podcast, but we also
We
record
also hit
for
bangers.
bangers. Yeah. But
So
yeah,
don't
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
forget it.
Don't forget our nasty clips that we hit on the daily. Or you bet if you're listening right now on Spotify or watching on YouTube, you better be following us on Twitter because we post a lot about SniperCast, post a lot about Call of Duty, and we're pretty fun to hang out
Yeah.
with.
Follow sniper underscore cast
Cast
on
on Twitter.
Twitter.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, don't
follow
follow us.
back. One thing we forgot to mention, we every guest that we have on the podcast, and the next podcast will most likely have a guest. Not sure who yet, but we follow them back on Twitter, so it's kind of neat. So you can keep track of everyone that's been on, and yeah, no, we just tweet updates from that Twitter when we're going live. We usually stream it on Twitch, either at twitch.tv/it's Trastern or twitch.tv/xcurls. So those are our Twitch channels. Yeah,
And if you have any like suggestions for someone to come on, I know we get a lot of messages of people that want to come on and talk about like their video and talk about like just old gen stuff, and like we're totally down, and we're talking to those people about scheduling a date, but we want to make our episodes like bring value to you guys and talk about the things that we have insight on. So if you have anyone that you think would be good that is relatively open to coming on a podcast because some people aren't, let us know and just send us a tweet or a DM. DM works too, and we'll consider it. And if you're listening and you want to get on the podcast, yeah, DM us. I'm always friendly and open and trying to figure out times where we can fit in more people in relation to the topics at hand. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
even if you don't have a suggestion for someone to come on, just any suggestions how we can improve is always nice.
yeah,
So
yeah. If you think that like I'm annoying or Kai's annoying, then just like we can replace one of us.
also something I'm interested in, tell us, like, you don't have, I mean, I would be appreciated if you can tweet me, DM me, tweet Adam, DM Adam, the way you prefer to listen to the podcast, because we're still trying to figure out where our demographics,
Mhm.
like where we're most listened to, or we
Spotify,
most listened to on
YouTube, Twitch.
Spotify, Apple Music, Twitch, YouTube. Yeah, so just let us know. It'd be nice. And yeah, I don't know. Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
Nope. I think that's it. I think we'll keep this episode to our normal kind of length, around 40 to 50 minutes, which is actually kind of cool that we've hit that length for an episode now. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen to our podcast, and we're going to be shooting out more episodes and trying to bring back the old format as well as continue on our live streaming part of it because we do like the live streaming and getting the chat involved and stuff like that. So that's still coming. We're not ignoring that. So just want to say thank you guys. And yeah, Kai, do you want to say goodbye? Or do you want me to say goodbye for
Yeah,
both of
no,
us?
I'll do it.
You,
Follow
you
me
go.
and Adam on Twitter, twitter.com or at Traster. Wait, what's your Twitter? I'm Trastern?
No, 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 no. It's
This is
just at
Trastern?
trash.
At Trastern and at XCurlZ
Rosie.
with a Y on the end. And yeah, thanks for listening so long and stay frosty.
Stay frosty, baby.